Ernst Zundel is in jail in Germany for disagreeing with the official story of the Holocaust. His third wife, Ingrid Rimland, is in America struggling to convince the world that it's absurd to put people in jail for a difference of opinion. On the 16th of December, she posted a message to let us know of a wonderful article by her good friend Michael Rivero. She described the article as a basic holo ABC for the befuddled masses. In this article, Rivero tells us that we have been lied to by our government. He tells us that much of what we know about World War II is a lie, such as the stories that Nazis made lampshades and soap out of Jews, and the attack on Pearl Harbor. Rivero tells us that we ought to examine whether the prisoners at the Nazi camps died from typhus or an extermination program. Many of us already know that the government lied, and now we are trying to figure out who is responsible for these lies. There are millions of people in the American government. Which of the U.S. government officials created the lies about the Nazi extermination programs? Which Americans created the lies about Pearl Harbor, the Nazi lampshades, and the Nazi soap? The conclusion of Rivero's Holocaust article is that Israel will not go away anytime soon, and it should not go away because the Israelis are innocent of whatever crimes the Zionists committed during World War II. But wait a minute. If the Israelis of today are innocent of the crimes they committed during World War II, why are the Germans of today required to be guilty for World War II? And are the Zionists also innocent for what they did to the USS Liberty, to Professor Khorasan, and to America, Afghanistan, Iraq, and Lebanon? We are told to never forget the crimes committed by Germans, but Rivero and Rimland want us to forget the horrendous crimes committed by Zionist Jews. It should be obvious to people who visit the French Connection website that Mike Rivero, Ingrid Rimland, and other truth seekers should be considered as possible Zionist agents. Maybe Zundel is also a Zionist agent who allowed himself to be arrested in order to frighten the Goyim. Consider these disturbing facts about Mike Rivero. He is still promoting the official story that an Arab terrorist flew Flight 77 into the Pentagon. After 5 years, we cannot use the excuse that he is simply naive. Rivero is deliberately mixing lies with truth. Rivero promotes Alex Jones, Jeff Rense, Kurt Nimmo, Henry Macau, Daley Koss, Laura Knight, and other Zionist deniers, and he ignores those of us who truly expose Zionism. Rivero used to work for NASA, and he promotes their official story of the Apollo moon landing. Rivero tells us that the U.S. government is lying to us, but all evidence suggests that it is the Zionist Jews who lied about the world wars, the lampshades, the soap, the attack on the USS Liberty, 9/11, and other crimes. Rivero is trying to blame Americans for Zionist crimes. Rivero will be on the GCN radio network. These alternative radio networks are Zionist propaganda networks. There is only one radio show I know of where you can actually get the truth, the French Connection at IamTheWitness.com. Here is an excerpt of an interview with Eustace Mullins.
Why would the Iranians select David Duke as a participant in such a conference unless they themselves are part of a lie?
Well, you wonder because David is always a front man for somebody. He's working for somebody whenever he makes his appearance, and he gets tremendous press coverage all over the world.
Well, press coverage goes hand in hand with Jewish-controlled press.
It does indeed. I've told people for years you cannot trust anybody who gets on national television because they own them, and that's the only way they can get on that national television.
Now, what is the reason why people like Mark Lane have not been outed more? I mean, it looks like to us that American free press should be in the trash bin already.
Oh, yes. Mark Lane should have been exposed years ago. But yeah, everybody knew that they had this Mark Lane, this Jew who was running the whole spotlight operation. Carter was just a front man.
Well, why can he still be there in that control position and not have been outed already?
Well, you know, he's never been outed. People muttered under their breaths of Mark Lane, but nobody ever complained publicly about him. And when somebody like me went to the Spotlight offices, Mark Lane treated me like dirt.
Our false friend over there, Mike Piper, ended up at that conference too, and he's the.
Oh yes, he's right in the middle of everything right now.
Yeah, he is. He's trying to keep him. Cardo and Lane are the American Free Press, and of course, you know, they won't ever go anywhere where serious research is being done.
Nothing. There's no serious research ever appeared in that paper.
No. Well, in fact, Christopher Bolin has told us on numerous occasions that when he did find something very significant out about 9/11, they wouldn't print it.
That's a pattern that they follow. And you know, Cardo always claimed to be a booster of me, but in the last 5 years, he has never printed one article. I would send him important articles, and I say, boy, this is something we should get into. And it never appeared. My name never appeared on the masthead of the Spotlight in all the years I knew Cardo.